Wowzers. They squeezed right through that hole. That mouse hole. There's a mouse that went through it. Did you see the lighting volumes on him shift when he walked into the different spot? Similar to the stuff in the basement that we saw earlier.
Oh.
The world that never was.
Okay, so fun fact about this actually.
Kyrie's in the dungeon.
Then we'd better find a way to get to that castle.
Fun fact about this: the screenwriter was working on this game, and he just like called for a moon, basically. And Tetsuya Nomura read that and was like, "Wait a second, we had that heart-shaped moon on the cover of the first game. It was just like a thing.
Yeah.
There's this big heart-shaped moon in this art that looks neat, right? And they're just like, oh, let's just make it the thing in this game. I think that's kind of neat. That they were just like, it was just a design element that they had that they were like, let's just use that again. Why not, right?
Yep.
Anyway, also, I just want to take 2 seconds to listen to this music because it's really good. I really like the music here a lot. I want to give you guys a preview of that. I want to give it a second in the show. And now we proceed. If it isn't frozen. There we go, we're good.
Hey.
What did Donald and Goofy have to say to us? Those scallywags. The king went up ahead. Can't he ever wait up? Not that I'm nervous, but I'm glad that we get to go back to Twilight Town anytime. Which really, like, the idea that we have to take that portal to get here is ridiculous, because now that we've been here once, we can go to the world map and get back here by way of the world map. We don't have to go through that door every time. This town sure is dark. Oh, this is where the nobodies live, right? Come on, let's try and find a path to the castle Kyrie's being held at.
Okay, so when we first spoke to Donald, he was a little further back, and the question marks appeared. So
You
I was
thought
like,
it was Donald?
I was like,
it's not him?
What?
What mysterious creature?
I like that as we go over the grate, the sound changes.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
So does this looks familiar.
It does look familiar to you, doesn't it?
Yes.
First of all, so we got the new Axel Keyblade, which has some really cool visual effects associated with it.
It does.
The hit sparks aren't great, but the trail that it leaves behind is really similar to the Oblivion from Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah.
Kind of that inky, thick streak that it leaves behind. It looks like a manga panel or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
But no, Joey, this definitely looks familiar to you. This is the city from the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 1.
See, that's what I was thinking.
This is where we saw, Roxas fight earlier in the game, obviously in the flashbacks. We are in the same city.
Could you turn it down a little for me?
I can turn it down, absolutely. Just let me know. Whenever it's a problem, I apologize. Unfortunately, our headphones are going to sound a little bit different, so you're just going to have to let me know. Either of you are going to have to let me know if something is too loud or too quiet. It's impossible to say for sure. Now, Joey, these things spawn infinitely.
Oh, well, that's... all right, well...
At least I think they do. Or maybe not infinitely, but they spawn a whole freaking lot in each area. The point is, if you want to just keep walking, you feel free to just keep walking.
Okay.
The only thing I would say is, now that you've seen Axel's Keyblade, we are going to be walking into a story boss fight and cutscenes in a minute here that we probably just want to use the Kingdom Key for.
Okay.
So you might want to head back, or right now, pause and just go ahead and swap out before more enemies spawn in. Go to Sora and items and switch back to Kingdom Key.
Man,
This is
all
putting
the
you
numbers go down.
This is putting you at a distinctive disadvantage, and
Absolutely.
I don't care. And I don't care at all.
Yeah, because you handed the controller to Joey.
Yeah, exactly. Not my problem. Not my problem. Not my problem. Not my problem.
I like to look at these chests. Oh, no.
The blue ones.
Why am I opening these? We don't need them.
You don't need them. Just continue
We're
to
in a
walk
time
forward.
paradox.
I was
None of
really
this
confused
ever
why we didn't need them at first, because I forgot that this has
None of
all
this
been
is
done
happening.
before.
None of this is really happening. So this is actually neat, because what we're about to see in Vanilla Kingdom Hearts 2 was just a cutscene, and in Final Mix they actually made it a proper boss fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Look, it's raining like it was in the secret movie, but since it's like in engine on PS2, suddenly the rain doesn't look so good. Doesn't look so great all at once.
Donald, Goofy.
Uh-oh, they're spookables.
Huh? A Keyblade?
just as a future reference, just as a forewarning, Joey, this fight is hard. I would be ready to block or reflect
Is that
immediately
the
upon the fight
Kyrie's
starting.
one?
Okay, thank you. Oh. Okay.
No, this is the same stained glass we saw in the beginning of the game we were playing as Roxas.
No.
That's
One of the bad
yes.
boys' keyblades.
Yeah, that's Oathkeeper and Oblivion, which are meant to be kind of like it's Oathkeeper is the one you get from Kyrie's Lucky Charm, and Oblivion you just find in a chest in Kingdom Hearts 1, but they're meant to be like representative of Kyrie and Riku.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ride this out.
Jesus.
Okay, so what
Holy
was I supposed to do right there?
It may not look that way, but if you just run along the perimeter of the field, running and occasionally doing quick runs, you'll actually be able to avoid most of those.
Okay. Nope. This is not fight music, but
No, it
this
is
good
not.
music.
This is called, I believe, The Other Promise.
I'm so confused because this music is so nice and it's like really pretty, but this
Okay.
fight
This
looks
This is
brutal.
one of the big Roxas Has a Sad Life anthems.
Oh, okay, I see.
There's Roxas's
Oh,
theme and The Other Promise. Those are the two big themes of Roxas is sad, and this is one of them.
Okay. I'm having a hard time figuring out like when I'm safe to attack him. I guess I should be reflecting, but I can't do
Reflecting is good. You can't do it now. You did notice right there, though, for a second he was kind of
was
on the ground with
tired,
his.
yeah.
That's a really obvious tell. You can jump in on him at other places. The main problem is that he doesn't stun very easily. You basically have to get to your finishers to stun him, which is also why I didn't turn on your combo pluses.
Please. Thank you.
There you go. Uh-oh.
Whoa. No, it didn't register.
Now, the only problem
Okay.
is that I remember that originally this wasn't a fight, right? This was just a cutscene.
Yes.
So continuing starts you at the last room load before that fight. So you have to go through that whole room with the Heartless again. Of course, you can just run through it. You don't have to fight anybody. Just make sure you go ahead and swap out the Keyblade again.
Okay. I don't like that.
No, it's not great. It's a consequence of originally it was just a cutscene and you couldn't fail the cutscene, so you walked into the room and look, the rain is falling. It's just like the Secret movie, right?
Yeah.
In pretty much any other fight in this game, you would walk into the room, walk forward 3 feet, and then the fight would start. But they don't do that because it wasn't originally a fight and they didn't retime the cutscene to compensate for it. But it's not a huge get back in there. It's only a little bit of a walk, so it's not the worst it's ever been. It's okay.
You don't want to watch the rain fall, Joey?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite as good as it did in the Secret movie, did it? The Secret movie was big and had volume and left big puddles on the ground. Don't really have that here.
Okay.
My notes are reminding me, I didn't point it out, but you know that character links page that had all the pictures of key plot characters that I pulled up earlier before we started today?
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, Jiminy Cricket, being a psychic, has added both Diz and Nominate to that page. Just because he knows. He knows.
Okay.
There's not much information on them, but they're there. We didn't stop and check them out, but it's okay. This is why I really need to try and read these notes ahead of time, so I talk about stuff as it happens and not, late. But whatever, it doesn't matter.
So, if we were hypothetically to go again to the character links page and read those entries, would we
Come on.
actually learn anything?
I don't think so, no. Most of the journal entries are just like a brief summary of this is Kairi, she's Sora's friend. She's hanging out on the islands waiting for him and Riku to come back. This is Aladdin. He was living in the streets, but now he's married to the prince. Now he's in a relationship with the princess. He helped Sora defeat Jafar last time, Like the journal entry for Diz in Recom, in Riku's reports, is truly an enigma. That's all it says. It just says Diz, truly an enigma. No,
I'm trying really hard not to swear. Like, I couldn't think of...
Max HP increased, and you got Combo Master, which, if we recall, is the ability that lets us not drop our combo if you whiff. Right?
Okay.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Aiden.
yeah.
You're trying hard not to swear.
Yeah, like, just the fact that that's all the entry is, like...
That's from the
is
Chain of Memories version, where there's even less about him.
Frustrating.
So we could check what the journal says about him if you want.
No, it's okay.
Someone from the dark.
Oh boy, what a 13.
Whoa.
What a 13-year-old.
You can't be Riku.
Nope.
Riku. I defeated a Riku once.
You what?
Tell me. Tell me why he picked you.
So this is another instance of, like, he says, I defeated a Riku. The implication to Sora is you killed Riku,
Yeah.
but it's not there because the writing isn't there to support it. So also the reason these guys are doing a big anime fight is because, again, in original there was no actual fight. It was
Yes.
just the cutscene. Here it feels a bit redundant when it's following up the actual boss fight, but whatever.
I see. That's why.
I'll explain this to you later, Aiden, don't worry. You don't have to lean forward as if you want more. I know you want more, but I'll give you more later. Just give it a second. Oh no, Sora broke his knee. Game over. We're gonna play as Raiden for the rest of the game.
He can just send it back to his hand.
He can just summon it back to his hand, Joey. Look, see? He did it. It was cool. I don't understand why Roxas is surprised by that.
Because he summoned it
Oh.
too.
Because he does
So it
that
is
all
Roxas!
the time.
It is! Oh, I was
Aiden,
right!
those are the Keyblades that he used, remember?
No, I don't.
You gotta man, you really needed to rewatch this.
I mean, I remembered, but I also felt like it was gonna be a lie.
Oh, right, of course. I forgot. You're expecting that if it's obvious, it can't be that.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course. I forgot that you still have that mindset. You're so used to being thrown for a loop that you're not yet to the point of, oh, this is the most predictable thing in the world. Kingdom Hearts does a full 180 in that regard. And maybe it's just because you learn to think like Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. This is a Final Mix exclusive scene.
You seek answers.
Yeah, we all do, bud.
This is supposed to be seconds after Roxas spawned into existence when Sora stabbed himself in the first game.
You feel nothing. Nothing is real. I can give you purpose.
This is his big ceremony.
That's-
He's recruiting him, man.
Big anime.
That is right. The new you.
The answer, Aiden, is they got to put scenes in the trailers for Final Mix to get people excited to buy the extra version of the game. And it's like, look, you get to see how Roxas came into existence, and that was it. It just he showed up, and it's like, okay, cool, that's great, that's nice. Okay, this scene is super confusing. Pause it for just a second, Joey. That last scene was like a flashback, right, to Roxas like spawning in during
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts 1, okay? This is not a flashback. This is Axel and Roxas. The canonicity of this conversation is debatable. This is supposed to be the two of them in this moment having a little heart-to-heart about, man, it sucks to be dead.
Okay.
It's like Axel is like on his way to being dead, and Roxas is just don't ask me how this happened, but I'm just explaining this is not a flashback. This is happening now.
How many people on the writing and producing and directing team of Kingdom Hearts do you think are on drugs?
I don't know. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. The problem with this is that this series has had like more than 7 screenwriters across its entire time.
Well, that makes a little bit
Some of the games
more
have
sense.
multiple screenwriters, and some of them have only worked on one game. And then it's all coming from Tetsuya Nomura, who's the creative director, who, to be fair, because people like to give him a lot of crap for this stuff, he's not writing these scenes. He's saying, this is what I want to happen, and laying things out. And then it's somebody else's job to, like, make those events occur. And if they couldn't think of a creative solution to have a scene happen, then, you know, whatever. But the other thing you also have to remember is this is a Final Mix scene right here. This right here with them, this is just, like, probably an idea they had of, like, you know, we really did not do enough with the Roxas and Axel relationship in this game. We should give them one more scene to kind of have a little chat here. And they probably didn't care too much about the context as much as they probably didn't care so much about the plot and lore context as they did about the emotional context. Would be my guess. So I just wanted to make it clear, because some people watch this and it's very clear, it's unclear, they think it's a flashback, and then they start saying some things where people are like, That's weird they would say that in a flashback. And then at the end, they're both gonna, like, fade away. And it's like, why did they do that? So I have to explain that this is, like, some kind of metaphysical, let's have a little heart-to-heart as we're both on our last legs here type of thing. Anyway, go ahead and hit play. I just wanted to fill you in on that really quick.
Or maybe I have it wrong. Might be time to sleep. Soon we won't be able to talk like this anymore. Good.
No, they don't.
Does that mean it's time for me to go back to where I belong?
You know, I've been thinking about something Namine said. Roxas, are you really sure that you don't have a heart? Is it possible that we all have one? You, me, her? Or is that just wishful thinking?
I don't know. I can't just look inside.
Yeah, I guess not.
But I figure if there is something in there, inside us, then we'd feel it, wouldn't we? And if so... No, never mind.
Come on, don't leave me hanging.
Sora will find the answer we're looking for. I know he will, because he's me.
True enough.
Just for reference, what we're hearing right now, I believe, is Roxas's theme, and then the fight music is kind of like an sort of a more dramatic version of this song with some other stuff thrown in. It's called The Other Promise.
The old times. Still got it memorized? The day we met, and you got your new name, you and I sat right here and watched the sunset.
Yeah. This place is home. Me, Hayner, Pence, Olette. We've shared a lot of adventures.
You'll see them again. I know you will.
Yeah. You're right. Well, I should go. Sora's waiting for me.
Yeah, I suppose he is. Man, this is some good ice cream, huh?
Calm down, Aiden. Calm down, Aiden. There's no need to face palm. There's no need to rub your face in. I don't even know what that expression is that you're making right now. It's hard to read you sometimes.
Take care. Okay?
Why did they fight just now? Is that gonna get answered?
Buddy.
Was it a real fight or was it? Like...
That was a real fight.
Okay.
But I think it happened like internally. What I mean is that like Roxas, I don't think like remember how like Donald and Goofy kind of like froze in place. Like when those things appeared, you may not have noticed, but like their model after they said Sora and like called out for his attention, their models literally stopped moving, even though the nobody models were still wiggling. I think that was all like I think that was internal. I think they just had a fight inside of themselves. I think they just settled a property dispute.
Okay.
Got some good collarbones.
Yeah.
You make a good other.
So in the original version of the game, we did not cut away to those scenes with Xemnas and Axel. They kind of added that in right in the middle of that scene. Like they cut the scene where before he stumbles forward and his hood falls off, they added those other little bits in. Kind of like Roxas's last thoughts or whatever. Before I think the implication is that he had never fully remerged with Sora before that. Like he was always kind of fighting it. And seeing Axel die shocked him and caused that confrontation to happen.
You just disappeared. Then me and Donald had to fight some nobodies.
Oh. He said he defeated Riku.
Who said that?
That guy in the black coat.
But nobody can defeat Riku.
Yeah, you're right.
Again, pretend the word defeat is kill.
Black coat means Organization 13. He must have been trying to trick you.
So that line is one of my favorite lines in the entire franchise. So they didn't see him. The freaking that's been such a meme for me and my brother of black coat means Organization 13 because like again First guy they ever saw in a black coat, Mickey.
Yeah.
Other guys in black coats, that might be Riku. Black coat means Organization 13. He must have been trying to trick you. No, Goofy. It's just an outfit. I could wear it. Sora would put it on and they'd try to kill him. Organization 13! Bop. No, Goofy. No. Down, boy.
No.
Down. 2 become 1. A weapon with great strength and magic that has a special effect.
What is that?
I'll explain the special effect in a second.
Okay.
Go ahead and go. I promise I'll explain that in a moment. Oh, we got another secret Ansem report. Fantastic. Fan-flippin-tastic. We're going to be getting these at a pretty quick pace now. Unlike with the first game where these were kind of distributed out. Like, we got 3 from Aerith, like, right at the very end of the game. Whoa, excuse me. But, like, we didn't start getting them once we were on the end of the world. Here it's like, okay, now it's time to just stop, tiptoeing around and actually do the business. There you go, 2 become 1. This is a Final Mix exclusive Keyblade, I believe.
Okay.
I could be mistaken about that. I'm pretty sure it's a Final Mix exclusive Keyblade.
Right. Ability, light and darkness.
Yeah, with a special effect. They don't want to tell you what it is.
Okay, well...
I'm going to tell you what it is, Joey.
Okay.
Go ahead and back out of this menu. Before we read that, go down to Drive Forms, Joey. Don't actually activate anything. I just want you to open it. You notice that Final Form isn't there.
Yeah.
We've just unlocked Final Form, though. You see, Joey, after completing that fight with Roxas, Sora now has a percentage chance of going into Final Form upon doing any drive, right? And once you go into it once, then it's added to your menu permanently.
Yeah.
The process of doing that in vanilla meant just driving over and over and over again and hoping you got lucky, right?
Yep.
The effect of light and darkness is if you try and go into a form, it makes it so that you can't go into Valor or Wisdom or Limit or Master, right? Instead, it means you have a 1 out of 4 chance of going into Final and a 3 out of 4 chance of going into Ante.
Okay.
So basically, it's like if you want to force Antiform, you can do it. And if you want to speed up the process of getting Final Form, you can get it within like a couple of goes.
Cool.
Interesting.
No, we'll deal with that in just a second. So if you want to glance around here, this is, as you can see, the area from the movie, from the secret movie where the big fight happens on the skyscraper.
Right up there.
Yep. You can also just head forward through that way over to your left.
Ansem report?
We'll do that in just a second, I promise. We'll check the Ansem report in just a second.
Okay.
Uh-oh, see, look, it's Neo Shadows just like the movie.
Yeah, I just want to see these effects a little.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Take a second. We got a minute here, we're good.
Okay.
Huzzah! Alrighty. You'll notice, so this setting is very strange to me because it feels like, so the end of the world in the first game is a very intentional, like, look, it's a bunch of worlds that have been all smushed together. It's like we see the remnants of a couple of worlds, we see, like, the gummy blocks everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's very effective.
Yeah. This place feels like, I mean, it's exactly what it is. The video at the ending of Kingdom Hearts 1 was a concept video, right? For, we don't know if people are, we don't even know if they're going to buy this one. We don't know if we'll make a sequel. But here's like a crazy mood piece idea that we had, right? And then they just had to figure out some way of putting this in here. So, like, nobody lives here. Nobody lives in this city.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the Organization 13 and the Nobodies live in the big white castle that we saw. Nobody else lives here. This place isn't inhabited. It's, it feels, honest, you know what it feels like, Joey?
What?
It feels like Tetsuya Nomura testing out Versus 13, and then the city didn't happen the way that they wanted, and so then he did Versus 13, and the city didn't happen the way that he wanted. I think the man just wants to make a video game set in a dark, rainy, nighttime city, and nobody will let him do it.
Oh.
You can go ahead forward. I promise I'm not forgetting the Ansem report. As per usual, you did a good job of remembering it. But I've got it in my brain. We'll look at it in just a minute.
Okay.
Swear to gosh. I swear to gosh.
Gorsh.
I swear to gosh.
There's gotta be a path somewhere.
They said dead, Jacob.
I know.
Oh.
I noticed. No, trust me, I
demonetized.
have become extremely attuned to the usage of that phrase in these games and in Disney films. Look, there she is.
This is an odd dungeon.
Yeah, it's really weird, isn't it? It looks like a place like you could only navigate to by teleporting in, which makes it a very effective dungeon for someone who can't teleport. It also looks like a room that they hastily made for one cutscene, so.
What are you going to do with us?
You're the fire that feeds Sora's anger.
All right.
Yeah, Aiden, wasn't that a bit unsatisfying?
Sora's in danger because of me.
Riku, what are you doing?
He sees something suspicious.
He sees something that we're not allowed. Oh no, we are allowed to see.
Believe in yourself. Come on.
Get it? It's like a double meaning because it's herself.
Ah!
You okay?
No! Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Don't touch that blow.
Do it.
I thought you liked Nominate.
I don't know!
Are we back around to you don't know? I thought we'd settled this debate once and for all.
I'm not sure. I like her in the context. I don't know.
She's not stealing. Sora's here to rescue Kairi. Okay, think of it that way. He's not here for Nominate.
But if she moves Kairi, he's going to the wrong place.
She's trying to help. I promise Nominate's trying to help. Nominate's helping out.
Okay, well, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, Jacob.
Oh
so
gosh,
we're going into a UFO.
I've gotta help you, this woman. I gotta help you with this woman. Okay, so before you go forward, Joey, we're gonna do several things. I mean, do not walk across that damn bridge.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, this room contains one of the only effectively hidden treasure chests in the entire game.
That one?
I said hidden.
Hidden. Okay. Well, how far is bridge?
Walk onto the blue and you're on it. So
don't.
Okay. And the only effectively hidden. What is this room?
It's not even that hidden. Just by the standards of Kingdom Hearts 2, it's not directly in your line of sight.
Right.
So it's just...
Oh boy, my favorites.
Just the one there?
Yeah. Yeah, that may sound silly to you.
Oh, that's what I was pointing out a second ago.
Okay,
I said
all
that
right,
one.
sorry, all right. Okay, I thought you were talking about the big chest. No, like, I know that sounds ridiculous because, like, you did see it right away, but, like, I've seen people not turn the camera and miss it.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the only places in the game where it's like, oh, you didn't turn the camera, you missed a chest. Wow, that's weird. Let's chat with everybody really quickly before we head in there. That castle's the enemy's headquarters. It's probably swarming with nobodies. They're tough opponents, but they all have weaknesses. Try to find them out.
Okay.
What a useful dog. This sure is a strange world. That moon even looks like a heart.
Oh, thanks.
Come on now. We've opened the path to the castle. Let's go rescue Kairi.
I'm waiting for us to go across the bridge and a cutscene start and it be Kairi back behind us.
You can bet Organization 13 will be waiting for you in that castle. I don't need to tell you how powerful they are. Don't let your guard down, huh? So again, before you walk across the bridge, just go into first person for a second. So we can have a look at this massive crater.
I remembered.
Don't go into the zone on the bridge. Look at this massive crater this thing is hanging out over and the massive city that's lining this place. Yeah. We've never gone into any detail about what this place is or how it works or if it ever was inhabited. Unlike with the end of the world from KH1 where we know what that place was, this whole location is a huge question mark, and I don't think they intend to answer it. I think it was always just intended as a mood piece that they put in that movie and had to stick somewhere in this game. But anyway, if you'll go backwards, Joey, through that door, you'll notice that this is a room where all of our companions are spawned in, right?
Yes.
That means we can cheese drive forms. So if you go backwards, I'm going to show everybody how to get final form in 5 seconds. Yeah, just go straight ahead. Because basically all you need to do is just to keep going into forms until you get it. And if you get anti-form, you just turn around and walk back through that door. You're back in normal form with all of your gauge back. Don't do it if you're out of combat, it doesn't work. You have to be in combat. Then give it a shot.
So do I just pick a random one?
Yeah, any of them. Doesn't matter. Does not matter.
What will
you've got anti-form. So you just go back through the loading zone.
Yeah. I like this. I like the look of this form. It's edgy, but it's cool to play as.
I don't think we could do it in that zone. I'm not sure if we ever saw it on screen, but if you dangle while you're in anti-form, he doesn't dangle by his hands, he dangles by his foot.
Oh.
Ooh.
Like backwards and looking toward.
Is there a place to dangle
outward.
in here?
No, not in this room, I don't think, unfortunately. Maybe you can dangle on, let's see if you can dangle on that ledge to your left. Like jump up and try and grab that. Can you grab that? Nah, there's nothing else in this room for you to grab, so that's not gonna work, unfortunately. I can pull up a clip for it later and show you. There you go, now you got final.
Oh, all right.
So that becomes much easier when you've got this keyblade that forces it, and you've got that room right there, so you can just go back in and reload instantly, right? So it's really not a big deal. So yeah, now you got final form, woohoo. The other thing to note is, for everybody playing along at home, once you go across that bridge, the spawns in the city change and they become nobodies exclusively. Neo Shadows and normal Shadows drop a lot of synth materials, right? Now, you can obviously find them in other places in the game, but as you observe there, they spawn a lot of enemies. So if you want to grind out synth materials, now is a good time to just go and spend like 20 minutes just killing shadows and neo shadows just to get drops from them. We don't have to do that, obviously. What we do have to do is read that Ansem report.
Hey.
We gotta do this and one more thing, and then we'll be done with this episode. If you hit R1 to go to collection and go to Ansem reports, there you go. Ansem report 8. So we're between the previous one about going to Castle Oblivion and the one about Sora being unconscious or whatever.
Okay.
It appears I've been too distracted by the behavior of Xehanort and his cohorts and by the events occurring in the vicinity. My friend's struggle to protect the realm of light from the threat of the Heartless is now over, and Xehanort's Heartless, going by the name Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, defeated at last. The other wielder of the Keyblade, this hero, the other being Sora, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Traveled from world to... Because when he was saying my friends, he's referring to Mickey and, like, by extension, Mickey's crew, because he's friends with Mickey,
okay,
right?
yeah.
By the other wielder of the Keyblade, this hero traveled from world to world, sealing the keyholes and laying Heartless low. Meanwhile, the king, who dived into the realm of darkness,
Mickey?
worked... Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Just confirming.
That's fine. I don't blame you. Working with the Keyblade-wielding hero to close the door to Kingdom Hearts. So, like, initially I was like, Aiden, you don't remember this stuff, and now I'm realizing that your default mode is to trust no one, not even yourself.
Yeah.
So, like, no, if you ask, I'll answer. As long as it's not a spoiler. Yeah. Working with the Keyblade-wielding hero to close the door to Kingdom Hearts from both the realms of light and darkness, thus holding off the threat of tremendous darkness. But there are still a great many Heartless afoot, and Organization 13 and the Nobodies continue to be active in the shadows. Indeed, the world is still a very dangerous place. We must find a way to do battle with these enemies. Thus, I will both make amends and have my revenge against his apprentices who overthrew him.
Yep.
It is for this reason that I have infiltrated Castle Oblivion. It consists of 13 floors above and 12 floors below, with the contents of its white rooms transforming in response to a visitor's memories. Those are basically all the rooms we open with cards. The idea is that until a person is in them, they have nothing. They're formless,
white.
right?
Yeah, okay.
They are blank until a person enters them, and then they take form. Organization 13 was conducting experiments on memories there.
Oh.
The subject of these experiments, a girl named Naminé, appeared to possess extremely unusual abilities. Were they attempting to derive something from these powers? Refusing to be distracted by Organization 13, I returned to my own secret research when a new visitor appeared in the castle today. It was Sora, the Keyblade-wielding hero who defeated Ansem and his companions. Not defeated Ansem and his companions. Sora, along with his companions who had defeated Ansem, appeared. He's referring to Donald and Goofy, not Ansem's, because Ansem didn't have any companions. Deep underground, the stench of darkness arose. All the players were coming together, it would seem.
Huh.
So we didn't quite escape the stench talk of Chain of Memories, but it's that they're mostly done with that after that. Let me check my notes real quick, make sure I'm not overlooking anything.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so first of all, we're backing up a bit again. You are the fire that feeds Sora's anger, says Syax. Oh, you just showed up to say that, did you, Syax? Neato. Good talk, buddy.
Nate.
And then so wait, what just happened? Did they just show Kairi in prison for the first time and then immediately break her out? What a screenplay. Also, this does raise the question of why Naminé didn't do this 20 hours ago. Aiden, I don't want you to get all conspiracy theory on me here, because no, it's just that this is poorly written.
Okay.
Naminé doesn't have some kind of secret scheme. I promise she's just trying to help out. She's a good person. She's not evil. I promise.
Not yet. Not in this game.
Not until we get to Dream Drop Distance.
Not until we get to Kingdom Hearts 4.
Now, we would wrap up an episode there, and I would say... So, initially, my thoughts were that I would do all the grinding and stuff off-screen, and we would load a save file, but of course, Joey and I wound up doing a lot of that on-screen, right?
Okay.
We do have to load a save file here. We are at loading save file time, but before we load that save file, I have one more thing to share with the two of you.
Okay.
So, Joey, go ahead and walk over to that save point, and just go ahead back out to the title screen. Are you okay, and what are you pointing like that
I don't know. I'm waiting.
So I'm good to just...
Yeah, just go ahead back out to the title screen. We're good. We don't need to save any of these files. So, don't worry, guys. This isn't like a plot thing, or like, oh, I got to read you like a secret report that was included in a novella or whatever. We're not doing.
This isn't a Yoko talk.
So guess what, guys? Audio cut off again. I'm detecting a pattern here with some of this stuff. So we're going to do this in such a way that we can still monitor our audio and make sure that it's rolling while I share some other stuff with these guys. So I just Googled a video called Parking Lot Kingdom Hearts. Though technically the one we're watching is Kingdom Hearts Sora vs. Roxas live action, because I think the original upload has been lost to the pages of time.
What a shame.
Okay, are everybody ready? We're going to get started here.
Oh boy.
2, 1.
Sora. Roxas! What'd you do with Kyrie? She's part of the darkness now. She doesn't need the light. You're a nobody!
These umbrellas? What are...
I think they're LARP swords. I don't know.
What?
Where are your friends now? I don't need any friends. I'm part of the darkness. You're a nobody! Here.
Oh!
You're over, Sora. No. Hi. Ha.
That was a pretty decent impression.
Don't hit the camera, man.
Duo wheel.
Oh, that's the classic right there.
I can't kill you. You're part of me. You're a fool, Sora.
Alright, there you go. Now you guys have been read in on one of the most important parts of the Kingdom Hearts lore overall. You had to see the actual fight before, you know, that would really before you would truly appreciate the art therein. Whenever you hear somebody who is not familiar with Kingdom Hearts or who is want to make fun of Kingdom Hearts say something like watch a trailer where people say something nonsensical and they say get these guys a parking lot, that's what they're referring to.
Oh, I'll live for videos like that.
Anyway,
you best bet get these guys a parking lot is going to be part of my everyday vocabulary now.
You're a nobody. I can't. I'm part of no more. I'm part of darkness. Anyway, that was a fun way to end that episode. I think next time on Kingdom Hearts 2, we'll proceed with the real game. I felt the need to share with everybody. That was all.
Oh boy.